If you're a rich person, you're all but expected to go and have a big house to call your own. In many ways, it's kind of a necessity for one reason or another. But while some people go and take this to a certain degree, many multimillionaires and even billionaires will take this to the furthest possible extreme, getting themselves homes that would boggle the mind and would break most bank accounts. So allow us to show you the 10 most ridiculous billionaire homes. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 10. Michael Jordan's Mansion. This is indeed a mansion owned by the GOAT of the NBA, Michael Jordan. But despite it being way over the top, he can't sell it. He's tried, but he can't get rid of it. First off, it was built to Jordan's liking, complete with gates at the front that have 23 on them. It also has a workout room, a home theater, and more. Plus, because it is in Chicago, you're going to have a reason to be in Chicago, which not everyone has. Add to that, it's really big and tailored to be for someone like Jordan, which there has to be a short supply of, right? The price keeps fluctuating and Jordan really wants to sell it, but he can't. And well, that's sad. But there's also a warning about what not to do with the mansion you get for yourself. Number 9. Hollow Ranch. The 95-acre Hollow Ranch in Aspen, Colorado boasts 56,000 square feet and 15 bedrooms in the main house, overlooking the Rocky Mountains. It once held the distinction of being the most expensive property in the U.S. when it had a price tag of $135 million in 2006. John Paulson, a hedge fund billionaire, purchased the ranch in 2012 for $49 million from Saudi Prince Banbar bin Sultan, a former ambassador to the U.S. Bin Sultan bought the land for the house in 1989 and completed the house 2 years later. The Hollow Ranch has its own wastewater treatment plant, and we're not talking just a septic tank. Number 8. Bill Gates' Mansion. Bill Gates is the creator of Microsoft and one of the most charitable men on the planet, but when it comes to his mansion, he doesn't hold back. He goes all out to protect his home and his family. He has mines and an electrical fence. He has security cameras and sensors that can alert him and his family if there's a person coming, to the extent that it can see people over a mile away. And as if that's not enough, he made it so that the trees in various plantations actually surround the house, making it so people cannot get good pictures of the property without seeing a lot of greenery. And notice we're only talking about the security of the mansion. We haven't even gotten inside because not many know the full layout of it. But it is said that Bill Gates has an incredible technological setup to make him and his family very happy. So on the one hand, it's protected, but overall, yeah, it's ridiculous. Number 7. Fairfield Estate. The Hamptons is a major place for the rich to live, and there are many lavish places there as a result. The biggest and most elaborate of them all is the Fairfield Estate. The estate is owned by Ira Renner, who is worth billions and is the CEO of the Renco Group. And he's not afraid to spend those billions to keep his place safe and show off just how much he's worth. The massive property that he has in the Hamptons is worth over $200 million alone, which is one of the most expensive homes in the United States. But the inside is worth even more, believe it or not. Renner is known for spending lots of money on rare things, to the extent he has $500 million worth of rare art inside just the mansion. Fun fact, the mansion is so ridiculous that the neighbors hate it and protest its various extensions and other matters pertaining to it. Number 6. The Antilia. Let's head to India now and discuss a mansion so ridiculous that it's actually 27 floors tall. For real. This place is owned by Mukesh Ambani, an Indian business tycoon who is worth billions, and he used that money to get the biggest residential property in the world. It is known as the Antilia. It costs around $2 billion and has 27 floors. Yes, he bought a place that has 27 floors of space to put various things in and live in. What a world! There are 600 staff members to take care of the house. For one house, there are multiple floors just dedicated to housing the cars of the family, which that in itself is just ridiculous. The house is also equipped with a ballroom, 3 helipads, gardens, a temple, guest suites, a health level, and a home theater that seats 50. While the house is literally lavish from top to bottom, it's also a place that has been criticized for its outlandish appearance and being a nuisance to those who have to look at it every day. Not to mention, the people protest the use of $2 billion being spent on a house and not other matters. Number 5. Chateau Monteagle. Chateau Monteagle was a dream home for Larry House, the former CEO of a medical supplier, Med Partners, in Alabama. The 54,400 square foot home on 27 acres was built with historic French and Italian castles in mind. It took 4 years to build, and it does include some quirks. The driveway is shaped like a guitar. There's a commercial elevator and a theater with a 170-inch screen. The home recently sold for $4.8 million, well below the listing price of $17.9 million set in 2011. Which just goes to show you a lot when you think about it, because this house was custom built for someone, and they still decided to sell it, and they couldn't even get a third of what they wanted for it. Oh well. Number 4. Oprah. Oprah purchased her home in Montecito, California in 2001. She has dubbed the mansion the Promised Land, and the consensus is that she paid between $50 million and $55 million, then spent an additional millions renovating it. The estate has both mountain and ocean views, 10 fireplaces, and the landscaping features a rose hybrid specifically bred over 5 years by her landscaper. The property also includes a tea house, and she turned it into a tranquil refuge where she goes to get some much needed peace and quiet. "It's my dream having a place like this," she said. "Some people ask, why do you need more space? And I tell them, I need it to restore myself." Well, that's one way of putting it, but can anyone really deny Oprah? Yeah, that's what we thought. Number 3, the Spelling Manor. Located in the Holmby Hills neighborhood of Los Angeles, California, the Spelling Manor is a 56,000 square foot estate that was built in 1988 by late TV show producer Aaron Spelling and his wife Candy. The home sold to Petra Ecclestone, the daughter of Formula One billionaire Bernie Ecclestone, for $85 million in an all-cash deal. It's 14 bedroom, 27 bathrooms, and is said to have an additional 17,000 square feet of just attic space. Among the home's most over-the-top features is the double staircase, inspired by the one in the film Gone with the Wind. Because at this point, why not have something inspired by a classic movie? Exactly. Number 2, Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world today, and he knows it. And he spends money out the wazoo because he knows it, including buying properties all over the place. Just in 2019, he bought a plot of land complete with a mansion for $165 million. And again, that is just one place that he owns. He owns a ton of property in Beverly Hills, including buying mansions, plots of land, next-door houses to expand his reach, and more. It is a bit eccentric, and you have to wonder why anyone needs that many homes. Because Jeff Bezos apparently wants them, and that's just enough for him. Plus, he's richer than he's ever been, so he can keep buying major houses without putting a dent in things. Number 1, Ken Griffin's penthouse. Finally, let's break down the most expensive home ever sold in New York City. A penthouse overlooking Times Square that is worth $238 million. Yep, someone did that, and his name is Ken Griffin. Ken Griffin, founder and head of the Citadel Investment Group, first signed a contract to buy the penthouse in 2015, which means he was waiting for a long time to get this penthouse because the deal only finalized in 2019. The penthouse is a combination of 2 apartments comprising of almost 24,000 square feet. And remember, this is not a regular home, it is a penthouse, which is a whole different kettle of fish. The price was just to get the apartment, if you recall. He still needs to decorate it and tailor it to his needs. Thus, he might be pushing $300 million by the time all is said and done, which is ridiculous in all of the ways that matter. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at the billionaire homes that are just ridiculous? Can you see why a lot of people don't like the rich in regards to the homes they buy? Do any of these houses honestly appeal to you? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.